what the hell am I going to call this? MechJeb demo. There we go. Alright, so this is my demonstration of MechJeb. This is mostly for my friends who I got addicted to Kerbal Space Program, and showing off one of the mods that has proved to be extremely useful. In order to use MechJeb, under the Control tab, you need to have a MechJeb command case. I've just attached mine on the side of the rocket here, next to the command module, and I'm going to take it out for a spin and show just how easy this is to use. Okay, so when it starts off, there won't be all this stuff here. It actually starts off as normal. Just gonna throttle up like crazy. And what I'm gonna do is open this little MechJeb tab. First thing I'm gonna pop up is utilities. And I'm going to turn on the auto stage function, which is awesome. And I will tell it to stop staging at 4, because that's the stage at which all the other boosters are taken off. Next, I want my orbit info tab, and then I want my maneuver planner, which is going to be awesome. And actually, yeah, add next apoapsis, or I'll explain this as I go on. But anyway, basically, I'm going to turn on my SAS and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to watch. I'm not actually going to touch any of the controls, and as the liquid fuel depletes, you will see the auto stager kick in. At this point is orbit info becomes super useful because it is showing me exactly where my I'm going to call this apsis for the sake of being easy to pronounce. Apoapsis. Oh, apoapsis, that works. As it's climbing, because then I can establish a nice steady stable orbit now that I'm most of the way out of the atmosphere. Well, I'm going to wait until it gets up to a good orbit height. provides a lot of other like useful information, such as where your per apsis is currently sitting, your orbital period, time until your apoapsis, so here as it gets up closer to, I'm going to get a 100-kilometer orbit, and so I'm going to cut engine right there. 101 kilometers, that's not bad. So before, what I did, and this was actually kind of silly of me, is I looked at time until apoapsis and worked that out, 125 seconds, put that in here, created node. But then I saw this little thing says, schedule burn at next apoapsis. So then if I go to the map here and I click create node, it shows me that that's what it's doing. So I can just hit create and execute, and it will automatically, I'm not touching the controls right now, it's automatically lining up my ship with the node. It has a tolerance for adjustment here, 0.1 meters per second. It's automatically initiating time warp to get close to the node. And then this scared the crap out of me the first time because it's powerful engines and I wasn't expecting it to just full throttle instantly. It's not something that typically can be done by manual. Tweaking of the velocity until its delta V gets within 0.1 meters per second, at which point it will then be like, okay, good enough. I'm just going to deploy my solar panels here. Not that I think I can get light from my actual lights. Yeah, blocked by carbon. So I'll just save power for now. I've got plenty of power, and with the solar panels extended, I'll be able to do that. Next fun tool of MechJeb. I'm going to go to Minimus again. Set Minimus as target, and under my maneuver planner, what have we got here? Oh look, match planes with target at next descending node with target. Create and execute. Ninja music out of nowhere. So it's like, okay, I gotta point up. It's going to get me towards my node. It's like autopilot. It really is. It makes everything space-bound so much easier. Turn my SAS back on again. Next maneuver, I want to Hoffman transfer to the target. created and executed. Going for another dark side trip here. And then as soon as I reach the point, oh, it does a little auto adjustment there again. I love how, because I strapped it to the side of the command module, you can see down in the bottom right, sometimes it lights up on Jebediah. It's that eerie green glow. Okay, so I am now on a direct course to intercept Minimus. How cool is that? Next, that's the closest approach fine-tune. I'll do here, I want to circularize my orbit at my next parapsis. Is that where I want to create? No, it thinks it wants it over there. Remove node. Okay, so this is one that actually has to be kind of done tricky. So I see here that my Minimus parapsis is in 2 days, 6 hours, and 12 minutes. So I take 2 days times 24 hours per day plus 6 hours remaining from the other 6 hours, multiply by that 60 to get 3,240 minutes, plus call it 11 minutes from the other one, gets me 3,251 minutes times 60 seconds, and I schedule it for 195,060 seconds from now. Create node, bam, circular orbit, execute next node. I have a calculator actually in my hand. That's how I'm able to calculate that, you know, on the fly, as it were. But yes, math makes everything super easy here. And again, it's not too shy of time warp. It almost never overshoots stuff too. Like I'm going at 100,000, 10,000. I think that's Minimus there. Yeah, and it's because it knows when it's in hours, not to time warp too fast. Oh yeah, here we go, back down to 1,000. Let's see here. The hour marks a 1 second burn. Will circularize my orbit. Somehow I think it's gonna be a little more than a second, but I don't know. That's what MechJeb is telling me. Oh, here we go. We're at this point right about here, 10 seconds away from the node, and I'm just gonna watch the orbit circularize on its own. Don't even have to touch the controls. It's just doing it on its own. And oh, and then it gets a little tweaky. Tries to figure out how to circularize that, and bam. SAS back on. Alright, so I need to land somewhere that I haven't landed before. Try for that one. First, I need to adjust my apoapsis and periapsis. So I want to give myself a 20 kilometer periapsis and a 21 kilometer apoapsis. When do I want to schedule that? Let's say can I? Oh no, I can't. Right, I have to do this in two stages. So I'll say at next apoapsis change periapsis to 20 kilometers. Create and execute. And change apoapsis to 21 kilometers at the next periapsis. Create node. Bam. And it's just gonna do its thing to circularize that orbit. Bring it in nice and tight around Minimus. I guess I should pop up my resources so I can see what they're currently standing at. Liquid fuel is not doing super well, but at the same time, it's basically been the most efficient that it can be. Oh, and 3, 2, 1. That's that one. Execute next node. And even if you and what I'll show in a second here is if you create a player-made node, it will also autopilot execute those nodes as well, which is amazing, especially for my landing maneuver that I'm going to show off here. So here we go, time warping again automatically. I'm going to try and land on one of these flat areas that I haven't landed on before, or maybe on a no, I don't want to try a slope. Slopes are really tricky to land on. I need to build a rover to land on here and go slope exploring. Alright, so here we go. It's making the burn, giving me an approximately 21 kilometer apoapsis. At least it's trying to. There we go. Alright, so I want to have a good clear view of where I'm going to land. So I'm just going to time warp a bit manually here to sort of see where the planet is going to be, or moon, I guess, is going to be when I want to make my maneuver. Actually, this looks like it might be good here. So I'm going to add a maneuver here. I'm going to retrograde burn to shrink this until it basically flips. Until they touch. Bam! Alright, that's about as close as it's going to get. That should get me on a direct descent course, and so I will say execute next node. And sure enough, it's doing its thing. I'm going to do a dark side landing for the first time. Although hopefully it won't be dark side for too long. Do I still have solar light here? Direct sunlight? Okay, so I have enough power to turn my lights on. lot of piloting. Okay. Okay, so now I am essentially just falling to Minimus. Just need to level my compass here. Just gonna time warp down a little bit. Now, 109 meters per second is not a very good speed to be landing at, so I'm just gonna burn down a bit. I'm gonna reduce my speed as my altitude drops till I get a speed of about 10, and then I'll let it... Oh, that's good enough. Just gonna pop out my landing struts here. I've got 2 sets of landing struts because the top module is designed to be able to land safely on Kerbin. So I'm just gonna adjust my velocity a little bit here. Terrified by the fact that I can't see where my shadow is. All I know is I'm about 700 meters off the ground. And actually at this point I think it's a good idea for me to just drop my next stage. This to sort of judge where the ground is by where the explosions are. Oh Jesus. Okay, so now I know exactly where the ground is. I want to make sure my descent speed is a nice slow speed. 2 meters per second is very safe. Oh god. Oh god. 3 meters per second is also very nice, safe speed. There we go. There's the ground. There we go. Now this thing just needs to not tip over. Just needs to settle. There, maybe? Settled? Seems awfully precarious. Turn SAS off, see what happens. Oh god, nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Down. Down. This is not a flat place to land. I will quickly gather all the science. Log seismic data. Log temperature. Oh, I have log temperature from here before. Have I done materials bay here too? Curses, I have. Okay. Let's see here. Did I just miss my target slightly? Oh, I did. I just need to go that way a little. Whatever way that way is. Downhill, evidently. please. There we go, yes. Going to execute a braking maneuver once I'm over top of where I need to be. This is actually the most precarious maneuver I've ever done. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, here we go. Alright, air braking. And as soon as it gets to 0.1 meters per second, or tries to. You know what? Abort node. Remove nodes. SAS back on. Oh, damn it. Well, that was only one engine. We're still good.
User joined your channel.
Oh god. I'm casting right now. I'm casting Kerbal Space Program and I just had a horrible, horrible mishap.
Oh no, what happened?
I did a slightly hard landing on Minimus and I lost my bottom engine. So it's okay, I've got 4 backup engines, so it's not that bad. The reason that I'm having trouble landing is because I'm on the dark side and therefore have no frame of reference of where the ground is. Because the altimeter just measures whatever sea level happens to be.
Ha! Yeah, just popping in to see what was going on. I'm gonna go in a sec, but...
Oh god, 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 okay, okay, RCS? RCS, maybe? Maybe RCS? Trying to fall as gently as possible onto Minimus. 2 meters per second is a nice, safe falling speed. And I've got lights, thankfully, that will show me where the ground is. There we go. There we go. Safe landing. Safe landing. Safe landing. Come on, strut. Come on. Come on. Settle. Settle, damn you. Kind of parked sideways at the moment. Okay, so somewhere I haven't been before. No, damn it, I'm still on the slopes. Why am I still on the slopes? Have I traveled nowhere?
To put an orbiting surveyor out.
I think I see where I went wrong.
At any rate, good luck with the crippling, sir.
Thank you, thank you. This will eventually be an awesome video, but...
Yep.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, that should do it. Yeah, that'll get me off the slopes and actually onto the flat bits. Well, this has been an eventful mission thus far. And that is something I could not do. Okay, now I just need to make sure. Where's surface info here? True altitude. Damn it, I appear to be falling back towards the slopes. I think I see the problem here is the planet keeps rotating in this direction while I'm trying to fall on it, thus throwing off my aim. At least now I have a good frame of reference. And this does not look like slopes. Oh, I'm going up. Ah, damn it, I'm going up again. Arceus. Push me down. Urgh. Ah, here we go. Alright. Much better. To retract my landing oh, I see what happened here. Some of them are busted with locked suspension. Well, that's cool. Okay, crew report. Get to transmit using my fancy new... Oh, what the... That's cool! Okay, if I'd known it had done that. Log seismic data. Log temperature. Observe mystery goo. Now for the hardest part of all. Alright, I did a crew report. Okay, extend my ladder here. EVA report, surface sample, flag. Okay, time to get the hell out of here. I've got all the science. Pack up these panels until I get back into orbit. So I'm going to get an apoapsis. I'm going to shoot for an apoapsis of about 20 kilometers and then circularize. So here is nothing. Circularize at next apoapsis. Create and execute. The reason I packed up my solar panels is sometimes a little too much acceleration causes them to fly off in different directions and pieces. But no, I've successfully gathered some samples here, which is awesome. Again, can't log barometric pressure because it's in a vacuum. Oh, and I can now auto stage. Until 0, it would seem. Yeah. Oh, yep, there goes that those extra fuel canisters because they were empty. Okay, so what am I at now? I'm at a circular orbit, and now I just want to go to return from a moon. Create node. Create and execute. And redeploy solar panels. Wait. It's new circular orbit. Oh. Remove all nodes. Why is my orbit not... Oh, I do have a fine eccentricity. Yeah. Execute next node. Weird. That was a minor glitch. Time to leave all these little debris things behind. Just littering space with debris. Okay, SAS. Actually, I don't really need SAS at this point. Although, actually, no, SAS would be nice. Okay. Next, I'm just going to manually... Actually, you know, I'm going to figure out where. Because I just want to go straight in. That's 1 day, 15 hours from now. 39 hours, 44 minutes, works out to 143, 2. Change parapsis. At 143040, create node. Oh. Mine doesn't like that yet. Okay. Just have to manually time warp out of that orbit and then create node. Change parapsis to 20. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Just... Oh... Here we go. Just closing in on the burn time to adjust my parapsis. So this is sort of like a fine-tuning maneuver. Okay. I'm just going to time warp until I get within atmospheric range. Retract my solar panels and turn off my lights. And hopefully the atmosphere will provide enough to drop that. Deploy my parachutes and wait. Because pretty soon I will start hitting atmosphere. And then I just see where I land. Just gonna stabilize my descent there. Oh, here we go. There you go. Let the lander bottom take most of the heat of re-entry. The heck did I put my thermometer? Here we go. It's only negative 25 degrees. And I'm doing a landing in the dark too. Okay, cool. 90% of these wind up in the water, so we'll see what happens this time. It's going to touch down gently wherever it touches down, because I've got 3 parachutes on this sucker now. And once the main chutes deploy, I can probably then drop my landing gear and, again, see what happens. I'd say that was a pretty successful mission. I don't see much going wrong at this point. I mean, I've avoided all attempts at having a space kraken devour my ship. Still have my solar panels attached. Actually, let's take a look at surface info here. Where are we? We are going to be landing 300 meters above the surface, so the parachute should deploy at 800. I can tell that by the discrepancy between ASL altitude and true altitude. Of about 300 meters. Which means I'm probably going to be landing on land, because I don't think, yeah, there's no body of water on Kerbin that's 300 meters above sea level. Probably going to be grasslands of some kind. So we'll see as we close in on that. Yep, I can sort of make out land there. Oh, there's a lake. Wait a second. Where am I here? Am I anywhere near the KSP? Oh no, base is over there, so this isn't near base. Oh, there goes my parachutes. Cool. Deploying gear. I don't know if I've been here before. Crew report. Oh, I'm over the Great Flats. Cool. And the last thing I can do is log barometric pressure before I recover the craft. Warp helper? Cool. Toggle SAS back on to brace for landing. The lights, thankfully, don't use up too much power. They're just nice big floodlights. I don't see the moon anywhere. Oh, and touchdown. Beautiful. Log pressure data. Oh, I've got it. Have I gotten a crew report from here? Yes, I have. Which means I've probably also got a surface sample from this area too. Voila! Safe landing. Recover vessel. And how much science was that relatively easy, almost flawless? That's actually the first time I bottomed out, but that's also the first time I've landed at nighttime. 505 science earned on this mission. Thank you very much.